Hello students, welcome to Unit 2 Notes Lesson 4. This is IXL B4, lengths of segments on number lines. And it's the last lesson for our unit. It should be pretty easy. So we have to, in this one, we're looking for how long these segments really are. So think about the difference of two things, like the difference of 6 and 7. So how different are they? Well, they are 1 unit apart. So the answer to this one is a quick one. It's 1 unit. So the answer is 1. We can say VW is equal to 1. Notice I'm not using this symbol here because that's naming it. This is an equality. So we're saying it has the length of 1 unit. So the answer here is 1. And just remember, we're always going to get a positive number. So we're always going to get a positive number. Always a positive number. And why? Why is it always a positive number? Because distance is always positive. All right. So let's do another one. 3 to 4, how far apart are they? Well, I can always take my greater number and take away my lesser number. And when I do that, so greater minus lesser, this will help us, lesser, no, L-E-S-S-E-R, I think it's lesser. In this case, we get 1. It's going to help us in the future when we do some that are a little bit more difficult. So the greater number is always on this side, and the lesser is always on the left-hand side. So always be right minus left. So here's an example. Look how far apart these are. 1, 2 units. And if I want to do the algebra for it, I would say negative 74 take away negative 76. So I have negative 74, a negative and a negative is positive. So it's negative 74 plus 76, or 76 minus 74. So it's going to be 2. And as long as we do right minus left, so if we do the greater one minus the lesser one, we'll always get this to be a positive number. And so that is 2. Again, counting over is easy. You can count, but if you're counting, you got to make sure you're counting by 1. If not, you get to, if this was 760 and this was 740, you would have to be counting by 10, not by 2. Not by 1, I mean. All right, so here we have 53, 54, 55, 56. So it's 1, 2, 3. Don't count this as 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not 4 units apart. They are 1 unit. You have to travel that whole unit to count it as 1. You can't count this as 1. So 1, 2, 3 units apart. So 56, take away 53, is 3 units. All right. All right, the next one, this one's 1 unit apart, and the reason why is because negative 5 minus negative 5 minus a negative 6 is the same as negative 5 plus 6, which is 1. Again, you see it here, 1 unit. Not 1, 2, just 1 whole unit apart from one another. So, all right. Here's another one. Is that it? Yep. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't miss any. Okay. They get more difficult, trust me. All right, so here's 1, 2. So this one is 2 units. Again, negative 60. Take away a negative 62 is the same as negative 60 plus 62. 62 minus 60 is 2. All right. Let's check out this one. 1, 2 units apart. Well, that's because 1 minus a negative 1 is the same as 1 plus 1, which is 2. Alrighty. Let's check out this next one. 1, right? Be careful, it's not 1. Take a look. It's how many? Well, it's not 1, but it's 20. 20. And why? Because it's jumping over by 20 full units. So we have to make sure that we account for that change. It's not just changing by 1, it's changing by 20. All right. Another thing we can do is we can do 20 take away 0, which is 20. And so that's just another example of of knowing that we're always going to get a positive number for our distance, because distance always has to be positive. All right, let's check out this one. 20. Look at negative 20 to 0 is 20. So 0 to 20 is 20 more. So that's 40. That's a difference of 40. So what I would do is I would do 20 take away negative 20, which is the same as 20 plus 20, and that is 40. And there we go. All right, this next one, this one's tricky. We're going to go 10 units and then 10 more units. So that is a total of 20 units. Or if we do the math out, we take negative 30. Again, we're always taking our greater one, and we're taking away our lesser one. So negative 30 take away negative 50 is the same as negative 30 plus 50. So 50 take away 30. If I have $50, I owe 30. I give 30 away. I only have 20 left. All right. And here's our last problem. And I want to make sure that, we're focusing in on how we're counting. And look at this, from 590 to 595, how far apart are they? Well, they are 5 units apart. So I'm counting by 5. So I'm going to go 5. Be careful, don't count this one. This one's not 5. This one's 590. 595, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So the answer to this one is 30 units. But let's do our greater 620, take away our lesser 590, and let's see what we get for these. So 620 minus 590 is 30. Yeah, it's 30. All right. So that's the end of that. That's the end of that lesson. We're already done. You just have to be careful while you're doing this, okay? Make sure you do greater minus lesser, or you actually count on the number line. All right, and this is, again, IXL B4. All right, good luck.